Welcome, people of LOTRO. I'm your host, Swest. And today we're going to do something a hair bit different. We're actually going to be in a wonderful place called, well, I'm not even going to tell you yet. I mean, it's on the thing if you're on Twitch, but this is a new hobbit I'm making. Her name is Buffy, Buffy Coppersworth. Daughter of Alfred Coppersworth, I should mention, Alfred J. Coppersworth, um, who is on Latro. Um, and she is currently rocking her new outfit, though this is not her typical outfit. But anyway, I'm making another Buffy Coppersworth because there is one on Landroval. Um, who I used an aria on, and she's my little hunter over there. And over here, she's going to be support, basically, in case somebody needs a ride or something. But this is not her typical outfit, but this is an outfit I got through buying one of the expansions or something. Hauberk of the Hammerhand. Uh, so because I bought it for this bunch, she's got that available, so we don't have to look at her terrible uh, pre-armor. Okay, so anyway, I thought first of all we would do a quick, not quick tour, but kind of a walking tour of a rarely seen place in uh, Latro. And this place is actually Archet. Um, if you make a hobbit or a man character, you have access to this place. If you make a dwarf, elf, stout axe, Bjorning, high elf, those do not have access to this area ever. Okay? Ever. You will afterward, but beforehand. This is a beforehand. So anyway, here we are at the lovely hearth fireplace of this particular inn. There's a lady over here, doesn't give her name. This guy is apparently some town guard who's trying to chat her up. Um, got some lovely barrels here. This guy's sitting over here in the corner, propped up. He's got it easy. I mean that's pretty cool. I would totally be stealing his chairs. Um, so yeah. I was going to try to do this in Buffy's voice, but I don't really have a. I imagine her voice being high pitched, and I am not high pitched. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. This is the side entrance to this particular inn. There's some people out here as well. I'm trying to find the sign. There it is. Sign's over here through the main entrance, not the side door. Right here. The Mad Badger Inn, which the poor badger looks a little bit drunk. He's trying to stand on one leg and drink and laugh and put his hind feet in the air at the same time. It's quite a feat. Anywho, this is the Mad Badger Inn. And so, it's kind of lovely in here. Nice, big gap in the wall, but who knows what that's from. Yeah. There's some. This poor guy, guard is a little bit out of it. And she's just sitting there staring at him like, you have got to be kidding me. So yeah, this is the the Mad Badger Inn. Very lovely place. And so we're going to take a trip around. One of the features of the Mad Badger Inn, even though we didn't really see it very good, was that we actually went over a overpass here. Here's another gentleman who's enjoying the side of the wall, we shall say. Yep. And this is behind the inn. There's a lot going on back here. Here we have a couple of ladies up here talking. One lady's like, I would say she, the dark haired one, probably owns the house, and the other one's trying to sell her something. Sorry, ma'am. Uh, have you ever tried washing with soap? Well, we've got a new soap that we'd like to sell you. It's really good soap. Sure you do. Okay, so anyway, they're having their discussion. Um, and of course, there's a behind the scenes. Nice tall wall. Oh wait, there's a hole in the wall. There's a hole in the bucket, so we put a charred wagon in it. Odd. Okay. Lovely trees back here. Oh, there are torches and tinder. May as well be firewood with all these farm lots. Okay. That poor fellow looks so ill. Are you sure it was the brigands? I don't know what poor fellow you're talking about, but that's okay. Anyway, this is Peg Pruner, who is part of the quest line here that I've already done. Interesting lady. Interesting outfit. This guy, interesting outfit, but Tom Oakleaf, I believe he moves on to Bree later, but I'm not positive. Nice little banner there. We were just here. Okay. Let's go this way. There is a Sergeant Redroot. Now I've heard this is the crafting hall over here. However, there's oh, hello puppy. No, you're not a puppy, you're a kitty. Hi kitty. Hello kitty. Hey kitty. Meow meow. Meow meow. Bye bye kitty. Anyway, Sergeant Redroot. Hello, Sergeant. Someone ought to tell Captain Brackenbook to mind his own business. Interesting. Hi, sir. Enjoying those steps. I see. Okay, how about you? Hello, gentlemen. No, we could probably dispense with this for now. There we go. Hello, gentlemen. He's so engrossed in that book he won't even listen to me. Oh well. Of course, these two are having an argument, I think. He's trying to kick him in the shins and he's completely unfazed. Oh my goodness. Miss. I don't think he, no, honey, he don't care. I can just see him being one of those guys that just keeps talking and talking and paying absolutely no mind to anybody. And she's so fed up, she's kicking him to see if he'll actually react, and he's not. Craziness. All right. Godwin the Lazy. Godwig the Lazy. Hello, Mr. Godwig. Ah, so he makes bows, arrows, torches, and tinder. Might as well be firewood. And you can see he's carving on a piece of wood there. Yes, interesting. Got some hides and outfits here. I think my boots came from here. What else have we got here? Oops, don't mean to stand on your stuff there. I'm guessing those are like shin guards or something. Probably small ones for hobbits and bigger ones for humans. Who knows? Do. We'll go down this way. Oh, she's got a big shoe. She. Do you think that's the cobbler's place? Cobblers make shoes. Not to be confused with cobblers in the sense of um, a dessert made with cake and fruit. Cobbler. Some sort of fruit. I hope I can get back to making cobblers again. I miss a good old cobbler. Okay, so there's some stairs here. Some lovely stairs. Very much in the style of Brie, I would say. Can't get in. Oh well. Um, Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Having an interesting day? Indeed. All right. Here we have Baker. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to stand on your carrots. She's Baker and a bunch of vegetables here. I believe those are apples. And some beans. Yes, very, very nice lady. Very nice food. I approve. Yes, I can see you are well stocked. I appreciate the well stockedness of your food. Gentlemen, how are you? Very nice. Why couldn't I get. I was trying to get her really blonde, and unfortunately, she didn't get as blonde as I'd like. I think I've gotten the original one a bit blonder than that, but I can't figure out what happened. Why can't I get you a little more blonde? But I will. When I was a kid, I used to do this all the time because Dad'd be standing around talking to the guys about stuff, and I'd be standing there and listening in on their conversation. And I had pigtails too, so yeah. Kate Hensey. You shouldn't come to peaceful towns and start making wild accusations. Because I already told her that Brackenbook was being a pest. Anywho, you've got some lovely cheese and wine and grapes, I guess. Yeah, she has wine and grapes. I'm going this way before you run me over. And this guy's playing music to the cat. Ah, 'tis the way of the artist. Who listens anymore except for the cat, who is now leaving? Agreed. We'll come back to these guys because there is another corner over here. We have some chickens wandering around. I wonder what kind that would be. Some Cornish, it looks a little like that. Or maybe that looks like a Wyandotte type chicken. And that looks like Cornish. But I'm not sure what they are in game. But you can get those through the... I can never pronounce it correctly. Shenanigans, Hobganigans, or something like that. Anyway, It looks like Cobb and Genghis, but anyway, that's how it goes. And this guy's asleep. Very asleep. What's going on back here? Hello, lady. Now she's trying to sell him some washing powder. He's also off the ground. How is he doing this? Dude, you're off the ground. She's done nailed him up there, and he's waiting for his wife to get home. And she's just standing there giving him the spiel, and he's waiting for his wife to get home. Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, that was that dark corner. This guy's got the right idea. Lean up against the pole for his trident, for his potato digger. That's a tater digger. Right there. Everybody wants to take that and go, oh, it's a trident. No, it's a potato digger. Because that's what you dig up potatoes with. It's good for breaking up the ground and getting the taters out of it. Jasper Greensmith is the light armor. And these boots are better than mine, dude. He's got some nice cloth and stuff. The medium armor smith is over here, so that other guy over there was a medium armor smith. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wonder if this is medium or light. It looks light. There actually is an outfit jacket pattern that looks like this in game. And I think you can get those boots, but I'm not positive on that. Oops. Alright. Let's just jump over them. They have something in game where all the starting areas and a few other places have what you call mannequins. Okay, and these mannequins have an outfit. Alright, don't get these things. It is so easy to do cosmetics in game. You don't need these, especially if there's a festival on. But you can click on them, and it will give you not only the thing, but it's like, oh, you can purchase this outfit for 50 mithril coins. Like, what? That's half of a house. Come on, no. But if you have to have an outfit, it's something. So, yeah. Hordor Thornberry is the weapon trader.
Did you need something?
I don't know. What do you have? You have some daggers that are worse than what I have. You have some hatchets that's worse than what I have, and some short swords. Throwing daggers that I don't use. And I have nothing for you, so sorry, Hordor. Aaron Greyfeather, the bower. And as you can see, that is his quivers and bows, and I wish they'd sell a quiver in these areas, but anyway. Crossbows and bolts and all that stuff. You can see his various stock of bows. Go back to that screen. And if we go over here, we can see Hordor's various implements. Alright, so now we can go back behind. Watch yourself, stranger. We don't take kindly to rustabouts. Well, if I knew what a rustabout was, I'd either deny or Say I'd constantly be doing that. I don't know. Anywho, this is an area where most of the time you don't see if you're just following the quest lines. And there's a box of boxes, of course. A box of boxes. What is in the box? There's something in this box. I don't think we want to know what's in the box. Wall looks sturdy here. Very sturdy. Archet East Gate. That was in game. I'd say somebody's been making a guard. Now we do come to this area to talk to Ned Pruner and Odo the Brigand. Otto the Brigand, who's currently in the stocks. Ned Pruner's here. I believe you, for what it's worth. I've never heard a brigand speak so dark. But there's also a well back in here for all your wishing needs. There's a wagon. And they have some interesting brace poles on these things. It's like, let's just saw this off. We need a big piece of lumber. Let me just saw this off, and we'll put this extension up. Why? Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Let me just saw the big piece off here, put a smaller piece up to here, and brace it up, and let's put a littler piece up the top. And they did it over here too. Why would they do that? It's very weird. Anywho, more barrels. It's like every roof got extended up or something. So anyway, you can come around here and through the laundry line to get over here to the training dummies, which are also another place. I'm trying to see if there's anything. No, there's a line of stuff back in there. So anyway, this is where all the trainers for the quest line for talking to your trainer. You can see Darren Mills here, the hunter trainer. The Fastred Burrows, who is the burglar trainer. Roscoe Standish, the warden trader. Aldred Cartwright. Apparently from the Ponderosa. He's the champion trader. Which hobbits can't be champions. So he's exclusively for, and hobbits can't be lore masters either. So Cuthbert Rook, hobbit will not be talking to, nor can they be captains. So we don't talk to Edgar Standish from down under. Teal Sadler, however, hobbit can be a guardian, so might be talking to her at some point. Trying to zoom in on her hair there. Interesting braiding there. Minstrels, of course, a hobbit can be, and here's Tolman Gardner to help with your minstrel needs. So anyway, that is our training place. If you notice, there is no runekeeper trainer. So a rune keeper can only be an elf or a dwarf. Um, what's the other one? Bjornings, high elf. No, high elves don't talk to these people. Um, what's the other one? They can be lore masters. They can be captains. Now they can't be captain. That's the one. Okay, so if you're a dwarf or an elf, you can't be a captain. This is regular elf. You can't be a captain. So they don't have a captain trainer. We don't have a runekeeper trainer. Yeah. Anyway, Constable Thistlewood, part of the West Line, and some very tall horses here. They are horses. They are not ponies. These are definitely not ponies. There's a white leghorn chicken. Big horsey. I like buckskins. I bet this is Cartwright's horse. He stole Ben Cartwright's horse. Oh goodness. Okay. Anywho, so the middle of the town is where we normally do quest lines. So we'll get there in a second. There's some baskets over here. Some lovely baskets. Aren't they pretty? Um, nice little place to sit down. Some sort of broken barrel for some reason. And of course, he's totally agreeing with her completely. Yeah. Yeah, honey. Sure. Get that. Yeah. Interesting. That's very fascinating. It has no idea what she's saying. None. Anyway, I picked up a quest from Mundo Sackville Baggins, who is very, very hungry. And I picked up a quest from Kellendine or Celandine, or I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Anyway, Miss Brandybook has a quest for me. These two were hanging out up there, which we saw. That's another sign for the Mad Badger. And as you can see, here's Amdir and Strider. Poor guy's a little bit sick right at the moment. Hopefully he'll get better soon. He doesn't. He's very camera shy, as you can tell. But I think Strider's a very nice, imposing figure here. Very kingly for some odd reason. I don't know why. Just feels kingly-ish, you know. I know Brackenbook doesn't believe him, but you know. Anyway, got a quest from him, so we've got to head out next. Into a walking tour of the larger area. Now I'm probably going to miss some few areas, but I am going to try to go to some areas, and I do need some skills in case I need to shoot something. So, let's see what we got here. This lady out here looking for... She's got a basket of bread. Can I have a bread? No? Okay. Now, these guys are the guards. These guys can do stuff. They're level 10. Wow. I'm only level 4. So anyway, we're supposed to call on Cal Sprigley to assess the Blackwood threat. And pick up some bilberries while we're out and boar meat. So, if you happen to die in this zone, this is where you end up landing. And to get the Undying title, you have to die you can't die before level 20. So you kind of have to, if you want the undying title, level 20 is your goal. Nice house out here. Lovely sheep pen, full of sheep. Lots of Archet recruiters here trying to keep the holes in the fence closed and keep the sheep in. And that's not going to help. They really need a gate or something, because I know sheep and they will go out the door quite frequently, like this guy. Come back, sheep. Shoo. 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 No, 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 no. Shoo. Shoo. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, you're going to lay down now. Really? You think that's going to be helpful? I'm keeping my eye on you, sheep. Sheep, sheep. Trying to get out. Get. Go on. Go on. Shoo. 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 I don't know if that was a ram or female. Interesting. Let's just put it this way. Sheep are a little bit woolly in the back end. Alright. Anyway, these are... I'm giving Calder Cobb a wide berth, because he said that if Dirk Mudbrick wasn't behind him, he would kill me, so I'm kind of skirting around him right now. So yeah, there's a fence up there now, and those ruins you can't get to. We're going to try to avoid the spy for right now. Though I'm pretty sure he needs to go away. And up here we have a nice little marsh. Sunken marsh area. And there's another spy way up there. See him? See him? I have very good eyes. I also have my graphics down low so I can actually see him. And there's another one. No, that's a high. That's a... There he is. There's a spy. Now, that's pigs. I gotta get some pigs for Mundo. Mundo is hungry. Why he wants pigs, of all things. Oh, right. I can't move unless I'm in blue mode. I gotta stand still and shoot. So there's a nice little watch area out here. There's actually several places throughout Bree that have these little watch stations, where you can go in and kind of hunker in from the rain. I guess it's for the guards of the various areas. This one's not manned right at the moment, but who knows? The ruins up there we won't particularly look at right this moment, for the fact that they are one of the places you have to go to if you're making a hobbit or a man. Have to climb the steps. So I'm going to speed up a little bit here because there's a lot of grass to get through in order to get to our destination. Our next destination is this area, which it this is like you can get to this area. This area doesn't burn, but it does look a bit different afterward. It's got spiders like crazy.
Stranger, eh? You're the best thing that's happened to us all day.
Oh, I probably don't have that. Uh-huh. Hang on. That kind of helps, doesn't it? I plugged the microphone in. There we go. You guys probably didn't even get that. A stranger, eh? Yeah, you're the best thing that's happened to us all day. That's what he usually says. In a sort of Australian-ish accent. Um,
Our best hope is to get help from Combe, our neighbours. They will not let Archet fall to brigands.
they will not let Archet fall to brigand. I don't. Anyway, that always just sort of made me laugh. Should have read that.
Would you do something for me?
My dad and the other farmhands gave chase to the brigands after the attack on our farm. I don't think the brigands expected us to put up such a fight after they surprised us. There weren't many of them, but I never saw them act so bold afore today. The only problem is they aren't back yet. They ran off to the east, chasing the brigands into the woods. It was hours ago, though, and I'm very worried. Could you go look for them and bring them back safe? So I have to search for these people, and I get a nice, a much nicer weapon of some sort. Alright, and we have a provisioner, Harry Greencorn. It's a lovely name, Mr. Greencorn of the Archet Greencorns. So anyway, this is the somewhat different place, a little colder in there. Does not look like this afterward. Got some telltale signs of it starting, but it's not fully encased yet. Holly Sprigley. My Cal is a stubborn man, but he does fine for me and my sons. Isn't that nice? A well here for all your wishing needs. Some boards and such. Empty. Empty. Feed bags. Well, all the goats used to call me feed bags. Feed bags is coming! Ah! Some nice tubs and some crates. Barrel of, a wagon rather, of vegetables to go. Big crate and a little crate. Some boards. Wheelbarrow. I don't know what it's full of, and I don't think I want to ask, but probably horse biscuits. They aren't edible. But Sprigley's got a cellar, and I can't use that. Some more stuff. Alright, so we have to go find a bunch of stuff in one direction and other things in the other direction. Ugh! Get over the fence. Okay, so Cal Sprigley's over there. We're going to go this direction because there is something for this quest we need to do. I'm going to speed this up a little. I do need to get one more pig on the way back, though. Unless we run full on into something. Okay, so there is a toppled over wagon here, which is part of a quest once you get out of Archet. But this is the main reason why we can't call for help at all. Haha, do you want the people of Combe to help you? Yes, yes, I would like the people of Combe. You're afraid of the backwoods, are ya? Best run home. Enjoy your day. It'll be your last. Uh-huh. Yeah. You've been threatening me for years, dude. Years. So anyway, these are the guys blocking the gate. Now, once you get out of the intro area, this opens up and we're able to leave. But, till then, these guys are here. And I thought for years that all of them would attack me, so I've been running and running out. But apparently they won't attack, so yay. Do need another pig. Now they've redone some of this area. If you're watching this, you may be thinking, "Oh, wait, that wasn't there. This you couldn't see out of this area," and that's very true. It was very blocked into where you couldn't see out. You still can't go out, but they've hidden it and put bushes and stuff like that to make it not seem like you're stuck in this little hole of Archet, which you are. But like down here, there'll be an area where it looks like you can just walk out, and you can't. But they did revamp it a bit around here.
This cannot be. I must write to Brackenbrook at once.
My men traveled to Combe only yesterday for a delivery. That is bad news, Copy. Buffy Copperworth. Copy. Copy Copperworth. The captain must be informed of what's going on at once. Here's a note for Brackenbrook. He knows my scrawl. He will believe you now. So we have this letter. Dear Captain Brackenbrook, my farm was attacked by My farm was attacked by Blackwoods this morning. They are organized and they are armed. A few of my men managed to stave them off, but something dark is stirring in a way I have never seen. They've cut off the road to Combe. We can't get out and no help can come in. Please make yourself ready for all-out war. These are not the ruffians we know. Cal. Okay. So anyway, we've looked at we've gotten all the pigs we need for Mundo's lunch. And the cheapskate used to give you a ring that had like 1 vitality, 1 might, something, you know? The cheapskate now gives you a copper band that doesn't do a thing for you. Cheapskate. It is not worth taking his quest anymore. You just get a ring that does nothing. And unfortunately, we have found Thornton Woodley. He has been murdered by the Blackwoods. Bill Hayspear. Not doing too well out here. Okay, so we'll come back to these guys when I get a little bit more um, level. Sneaking. Sneaking, sneaking. So there's a brigand lieutenant there. You just don't want to deal with right now. There's Walt Wheatley. And notice the sky is starting to cloud over too. If you get any closer, it goes into nighttime. Because at one point you're supposed to sneak in to the Blackwold's place by night. Now there is a quest, or rather it drops something for a quest line. If you are VIP, you can kill old Blood Tusk, who hates you, and he will give you a quest for VIP people. I do not have that thing, so we will ignore old Blood Tusk. However, I do need to get some bilberries, and I forgot about them. Bilberries. Bilberry bush. And it's really crazy to me that here we are gathering bilberry bushes, and there isn't a recipe to make bilberries until level 70 for a level 70 pie, bilberry pie. Level 70, 75, something like that. And it's like, wait, bilberries, that's what we did in Archet. Why is it taking so long? So anyway, we've got our bilberries. We've got to return to Will Wheatley and get a better weapon of some sort. I do have a cloak now, so we can have the cloak. I do have it hidden. You can hide. I have my cosmetics on right now, and I have my cloak and my head hidden so that when I get those pieces, I don't have to worry about them showing up. Because they're just plain.
How can I be of service?
No, it can't be. My poor father and the others, no, it cannot be. Cannot. Will is silent for a long moment, his eyes closed, but after a great pause he is roused. I will have my revenge upon these black wolves, or I will die trying. Archet will never fail to such murderous fiends. Good for you, dude. So anyway, honed dagger. Alright, so this is the problem with dual wielding. Whether it's a hunter or a champion. You notice okay, so of the ones up here, and I can't really do it, but the first one is the one we're not equipped. The second one is the one that is, yeah. Anyway, Hound Dagger is the new one. Tarnished Dagger is the older new one, and Dull Knife's what I started out with. Okay, but if I just click on the Home Dagger, it replaces the Tarnished Dagger because it's the #1 slot. It's the main hand, in other words. So, in order for me to get this nicer than my offhand dagger replaced, I then have to drag it over here to the actual equipment bar, and then my dull knife is not equipped, whereas my hone dagger and my tarnished dagger are the two better weapons. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're dual wielding, because it always replaces the main hand but it won't always replace the second hand weapon slot. Anywho, that's dual wielding for you. Burglars would also have that problem. Trying to think which other classes. I think it's only hunters, and champions that have that problem. Anywho, these are the old runes. So we gotta bring the bilberries to Kellendine, Miss Brandybuck, Mundo his lunch so he can give us his terrible ring. It does absolutely nothing. And, you know, we get a ring from a Bilbo, not Bilbo, but a Baggins. A Sackville Baggins gives us a ring. The Sackville Baggins must all have rings with them. I think they was still. Well, no, actually, they don't know it's a ring that they're looking for. They just know they're looking for a Baggins. They don't. They don't tell the searchers that they need a ring, because otherwise they pop up with a million rings. It's like, why are you bringing me more rings? I don't need these rings. Eh. Anywho,
This will do nicely. It gives me something to munch on for a bit, at least.
hooray! You brought me pork or bacon, perhaps sausage. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can make a little each. He weighs the parcels of meats in his hands. This will give me something to munch on for a bit. Hopefully, this provender will last me until I can get home. Him only. Sackful of Baggins. Anyway, he's got a copper band that does absolutely nothing. And I want to equip it first because it's in the first slot.
Lovely. This is sure to cheer on dear right up.
And she'll give me some fried mushrooms.
This tea will help dear feel better. I just know it.
Of course it will. Doesn't the bilberry tea smell delightful? It still reminds me of my Gammer, who made this for me when I was under the weather, even though my Gammer is long gone. You were such a dear to collect all those wild berries for me, so I shan't be taking all the credit. Why don't you bring this nice brew to Dear so he can thank you himself? You make sure he drinks it all up.
I thank you, but I have not the stomach to drink this now.
Does that tea smell of bilberries? It was very sweet of her, and very good of you to fetch her the makings. I'm all the sorrier, for I cannot drink it now. I will pretend to drink it. You must tell her I enjoyed the tea. Please do not let her know that her kindness was wasted on me. Mm-hmm.
Did my tea perk him up? I knew it would.
Bilberry tea always fixes me right up, and I knew it would be especially sweet if it came from both of us. Are you trying... Honey, I always get very suspicious of people like that. I know Almdir will be back on his feet soon. He is so brave. But that quest does give me an actual ring that does actually do something. So, yeah.
What have I done?
As Brackenbook reads the letter from Cal Springley, his face is blank. He reads a second time, and only then does he look at you. I have been a fool. And I need better pants.
You cannot fathom.
just how wrong I have been.
Yes, I can, because you know what? I found out how wrong you've been. I have trusted Caldecott and heeded his advice for a long time, even after my own son tried to warn me of his duplicity. My son John is a worthy hunter, but he has not set foot in this town for over 3 years. He will never forgive me for the things I have said to him. Oh, what a fool I am! I told him he was not welcome in Archet until he stopped behaving like a jealous child. Now he and his hunters are our only hope. But what can I do? He does not deserve to be dragged deeper into my folly. Nay, Archet must withstand this storm without help.
Do not despair. You have done well.
Indeed, better than I could have done. You earned Captain Brackenbrook's trust. You must appeal to his son John against his wishes. I must leave soon. Why? And Archet will need all the help it can get, even if a father's pride is at stake. I am confident you will be able to bring the hunters in and give this town a fighting chance. In the meantime, I must make haste. Amdir assures me he just needs rest. Dude, when you realize who Strider is, and you get to Minas Tirith, you start wondering, dude, did you not figure out what was wrong with this dude? I don't know. Anywho, foreshadowing. Alright, so let's go and meet the exiled hunters. So this is the only way in and out. Eventually there will be a way you can get between the two places without having to go around the mountain. But unfortunately, there's no way to do that right now. Okay, so Blackwoods area is over there. We haven't been there yet. I mean, we sort of hit the edge of it over there. But all of that is also their area, so it's a lot of area over there still. And then, of course, this is also another area over here. So we've got 3 more areas to get into. And you could get the marsh flies just for extra experience, as they are level 5 creatures. Okay, so we are now inside the hunting lodge, and I probably should have done the outside before coming in. But here we have the Fletcher's station with all the different arrows, which is one thing I really liked about this game as far as playing a hunter is you don't have to worry about how many arrows you've got, which is really nice. As a hunter, I totally love that feature. I know it's not realistic, but it's so nice not having to do that. This is actually a level 40 Laurelin shield right there. So if you have a level weaponsmith who can craft level 40-ish stuff, 40, 50th, no, 40th. I think it's 40. It's either 40 or 60. I can't remember. Anyway, somewhere in that area. There's a shield you can craft for that. These are hauberks. These tall ones. These are swords, the smaller ones. That's a spear right in the middle of it. So if you're a warden, spears are very nice, but hunters can take spears, but spears are only on the main hand, so you can't do spear. Spear does not work. That's also another shield from somewhere. I can't remember where. They've updated quite a bit, including these shields and weapons stuff, since way back. A mounted spider. Who mounts a spider on a wall? There we go again with more shields, more swords. Big old boar in the corner. Terrible looking thing. Ugh. That one's got swords behind the shield. I wish I could remember where I got that shield. So anyway, this is you gotta remember, this is a hunter's lodge. There are no women here. Well, if they are, they're outside. Because who in their right mind drags a whole bunch of bear and boar carcasses into the house to process? With all these stupid flies in here. It's just, ugh. It's the gag room. It's totally the gag room. Yeah. If I have to skin one more bear, I swear I'll move to the Shire. Yes, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Mr. Nate Whisperwood is over here. Don't know who he is. Don't use him. Hole in the wall. I think that's everything. You can't get these in game. Pelts for the wall. You can get this cloak rack and that bear rug. But they're specific places. And these rugs are from Thorn's Hall. And that's a mounted brown bear. Rawr. Rawr. Yep. Anyway, John. Hi.
I presume you're here to bring me ill news from town.
Yes. I've been watching the bones. The skies have turned dark and fell, and there's a shadow of unrest over all of Archet, over men and beast and trees alike. Let me guess, my father has not the wisdom to observe such things, and you heard of his exiled son and came to me for aid. Come out with it. I desire to hear what you have to tell.
Calder Cobb has shown his true colours at last.
I knew him to be evil-hearted, but my father is too trusting. He does not like to think ill of people. His blindness wounded me, but he is a good man. So to answer your question, yes, I will come to Archet's aid. I and my fellows. I am a hunter and a skilled warrior, trained by my father and captain, and I would rather die than sit idly by while foul brigands crash upon a decent peoples. Let us see what there is to see before the storm is upon us. While I gather my warriors and my weapons, you should sneak into the Blackwood's roost, roost, and uncover their plan of attack for tonight. Sure. I'll get right on that. I will definitely get right on that. So anyway, this is the side to the place where Fenton Marshall is. Marshley. Who I believe goes out into the goblin area. Can't get around that way. I believe he does that. I'm not sure. Some of these people go elsewhere in Bree after this. And Granger, who is standing outside, note it. She is not inside. Otley Spiderbane, one of the first guys I knew how to pronounce his name. Marsh flies, of course. And just like the pig, there is actually a queen marsh fly out here somewhere who has one of those VIP quests as well. Okay. There it is. There we go. Marsh fly queen. Also, you can tell her health bar is yellow, which means if you walk past her, she does not bother you. So that's a good way of knowing whether or not something's going to attack you. That's in front of you. If it turns red, it will attack you. It is aggressive and will attack you. Unless it's, of course, 5 levels below you, in which case it will sit there and look at you like you're crazy. But it won't do anything. Speed up through the marsh here. Marshy marsh. There we go. Alright, so first we're going to hit this ruins area here. Whoops. But you have to kind of go up this way a little bit in order to see it. It doesn't actually let you in, which is very annoying. But there's our ruins. And then, of course, we have the... Again, they revamped it so it looks like you can just walk anywhere, and then you find you really can't. So, it's kind of, it's like, oh, let me look behind. No, I can't go there. I know I can't go there. There's no behind to this. Now, when you're doing this quest, there is a lady with a nice bow and arrow here waiting for you. And it's just better to get rid of her in the first place. And then this guy stands right here in the middle. And this wolf won't bother you because it's yellow. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and grab the plans so that if something happens, we're not bothered with it. But if you get in closer, there's actually another sniper up here. So let's actually go up there, because that will give us some height here. You can see the weapons and the bedding. But there's also some bedding here. Boxes, various other things. I don't think... No, we can't get up any higher. No. There probably is a way, but I don't know it. what I'm really wanting to show you, if possible. Okay, there's a backworld leader. There's some black wolves there, but they're breeding wolves here right now. So there's lots of brigand lieutenants, stuff like that. Lots of wolves, lots and lots of wolves. But right down here, which is not here right now, in this area is a thing that when you get into the real world, there's a cairn or something there that you have to find for a deed. So it's one way in and out. Nice little cook pots and various tents and stuff. So let's get out before everybody respawns. And we need one more hoodlum or brigand of some kind. So that's another angle on the tire. Let me try that again. There's another angle on the tower from the other end. Now there is an identical tower in the one area when you follow the quest line outside of Archet. One of the bad guys actually lives there, so you have to go up there and get him. But there we go. Now we're back. Whoops. That's not what I click on. There we go. John.
Good work, my friend.
And fast, too. This will be a great boon to Archet. Now we will be able to counter their efforts with the proper strategy. So if you're wearing a really fancy hat here, sometimes you want to pick the plumed hat because it's, you know, just a little bit on the fancy side. But that's light armor, 43 armor. The guard's helmet is this thing. So yeah, it's kind of like, do I want fancy? Do I want guard's helm? And the protector's helm is that. Just yeah. I think I'm going to go with that because I don't have that cosmetic right now.
I believe there is hope for us yet. We only need a strategy.
So we'll see. Anyway, talk to Otley. What an excellent find. These folk from Angmar sound like evil foes, but at least we know what we're up against. The plans also show a map that points to Old East Path, which is just near here. We all avoid that path, save for Otley Spiderbane, a visitor from the East Misty Mountains. Speak with Otley and learn what he can tell you about the path. We can use the path to our advantage if we manage to successfully scout it. And notice that this is where you get your dyes, starting dyes. Violet, navy, olive, rust, gray, etc. So, yay. Now, this guy comes up with a quest. We're not going to do it right at the moment. Yeah. I don't know if we'll do it. We'll see.
Greetings, traveler.
I know all about the old East Path. There are spiders everywhere. When you kill one, another takes its place. If we are to make use of the path at all, we should fight our way through and ensure that it is still blocked at the walls of Archet. The spiders will do some work for us against the black wolves, and what the spiders don't deal with, we shall come afore and before behind with our axes and our blades, and we will fall upon them like the mighty cave coming down. Okay. So I used to think his name was Atlee, until John Brackenbook made sure to tell me how to pronounce his name. Alright, so this is the spider area. We've been down to the Blackwood Roost. And then this is the Spider Alley, which looks similar to what it does later on, and they've revamped it. There used to be only this path in, which now has another path that way into it. And the brood ambushers used to always ambush and attack. They don't anymore, which is a good thing. So now we can just sort of take them out as we go. And this is a good place for experience, but there is a deed for spiders for Bree. These spiders do not count for that Bree deed. You have to wait till you're outside the instance. So nothing you do in here, none of the places you visit count. You have to come back to the after Archet scene in order to find all of them. Forget she can't move and shoot. Cannot move and shoot at the same time. And I kind of want to get above level 5 for that reason. Because specialization is needed. And this is when you get to choose which one you do. Now, Bowmaster, you have to stand still. Trapper of foes, you use a lot of traps and stuff. You don't really major in DPS, which is dots per second or something. Anyway, how much damage you do. Damage per second, that's what it is. The Huntsman is a mobile, harassing, mid-ranged hunter. So in other words, you get to do a lot of running around and stuff, including shooting on the go, which I think will work now. Yep. So now you can kite. Yep, which is nice. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. And that is that kind of skill, and that is that kind of skill. I have these set up very specifically for my hunters. Anyway, this is the end of the old east path, and you can see the edges of our jet there. Looks like he's been there a while. So anyway, this is the old east path, which is part ruins and such. And if you come back with the original bunch, you will find a... Where is it? There's a cave here, which I believe is over here. There's a cave that opens up there, where these spiders are coming from. An interesting place. So now we are to return to John Breckenbook. And they redid this because that came over here a little bit more. And so they found that they needed to put another bridge in. So they put these little stepping stones across. Because the one and only bridge kind of went this way a little bit more. And so you would enter the spider den and go back around from the same direction. So why are we talking to Ollie? That's my question. Anyway. Okay, so John
A
Brackenbook.
dead end will surely work in our favor.
That is good news. The brigands will be slowed and they will have the spiders at their heels, and the hunters will come from behind while the soldiers attack at the head. I will go to Archet and rally them and ready them for the storm that awaits them tonight. Violet, navy, olive, rust, and gray. Gray dye you can make in a level 1 scholar with a farmer. It's very easy to get. Olive dyes, not so easy to get, but not that hard. Violet, a lot of people don't care about violet, so you can usually find it cheap. Navy, though, takes some very specific wold, I believe it is, or indigo. And you have to find that in the realm, and it's not as easily found. Rust, though, is level 40 stuff in order to make rust dye. So, of all of them, rust dye is the rarest, I guess you could call it. Rust or navy is the two that I choose out of this list. Mostly because I actually do like those two more than the other three. Sorry about that. I had to find some stuff. And of course I drip it all down my front. That's always helpful. Anyway, so I'm kind of in a quandary which one to choose. I think I'll go with rust because I do get 3 navy dyes that are bound to account. These are not bound to account, so we'll get the rust dye for now. These guys don't have a lot of cosmetic stuff, so oh well. Alright, so we're going to decline that one a second. I'm not going to do it just for time period, because it'd take another half hour. This is a quest line. You've had a long day, friend, and more dangers await. You should take some rest. There's a bedroll just over there you can use. I will wake you if anything happens. Yeah. Talk about weird dreams. No. But if you have a character that you want to have like a connection with a certain elf in another realm that you will never meet until level 65? No, 60s. Level 55 to 60. Yeah. But if you feel elvish, and want to get a premonition, both the elves, dwarves, and hobbits and men all have that quest of something, a bigger purpose in life. So if you want a bigger purpose for your character, go for it. Otherwise, skip it. It's not worth it. Alright. Quickly, Caldecott is making his move against Archet, and wicked men of Agmar are leading him and the Blackwold's strength. We must go to the town's defense at once. Return to me when you are prepared. Are you ready to go? Very well. And this is the last quest of the introduction, so you really have to make sure you don't want to do that other quests. Have gotten the bilberries up for Miss Brandy book and the stuff for Mungo if you want to. Those are the only optional quests here. Alright.
John Brackenbrook and his hunters have reached the outskirts of Archet to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to begin. Hopefully, you have arrived in time.
They have spotted us. We move now.
We have no time to lose.
Already the town burns. We have only a short time to rest here before they see that we have broken through the east wall. I fear that we are less safe by the moment.
We must save Ned.
Ah! I lost the skill. Okay, let me get my skill back. Blindside. I like blindside. Blindside is a good skill. Deer's close by. He escaped the slaughter at the Badger. You have to help him. Defend the Badger. Those Blackwoods want the Hobbit and the captain. I saw something in the flames. Go after them. You must save them. Ned, no.
Archet must still be saved.
Calder Cubs and Odo's treachery were just the beginning of this battle, I fear. We must find a way to the Mad Badger Inn. Peg has left us a way into the marketplace. Perhaps there is a way in through there. Follow me! Sorry, Peg.
There are more up ahead.
Yep, I see him.
We must find my father before it's too late.
The marketplace is safe for now, but we must press on. If we tarry too long, we will lose all of Archet. We must find another way to the center of town. This is the one and only time you actually... Well, no, you come back here twice, I think.
Look, Otley is ahead. All must not be lost. Well met, friend. Is the crafting hall safe?
A group of Blackwolds entered that building yonder not long ago, John. Together we can surely take them and reclaim this area.
Although the Mad Badger burns, I still hold out hope.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's got a really nice voice. You have fared well, my friend, but all might be lost nonetheless. We have protected the market square and the crafters area. Already the Mad Badger burns, which is the big inn. Perhaps my father is still alive, but I hold little hope. Follow Otley and me. We will defend what is left of this town to the death, if we must.
Father, I knew you would survive.
I am alive, son, but I grow weary from the fight. Does Archet fall now? I have been a fool. This is not the time for blame. We must look only to defending those who count on us for safety. I agree. I will guard the hobbits and the injured men.
Approach! Defend us!
Can you keep the attackers at bay? Don't give me enough time to say the words. Uh-huh.
There is no more time for games. We come for the ranger.
You've always been blind where I'm concerned, Captain, but perhaps you will understand me now. All I know is that you have betrayed your home and your peoples. You should be ashamed. Enough talk. I'm there as a servant of Morgor. Come, Dunedain. I'm there. No, don't go with them. Call the cob first what you come to do.
Father! No!
And so if you take out Calder Cobb, the other two fall. That's how you end that fight very quickly.
What misery has befallen us? My father was right to trust no one.
This is a sad day indeed. Archet is burned, my father is dead, and the ranger is taken by evil men, if men they can be called. Now all we can do is wait for the flames to die down. Then, with luck, we may begin to rebuild our poor town. This is no place for a hobbit. Let us see that you and the others get safely back to the Shire.
With the Blackwolves' grip on Archet broken, the hobbits hurry home to the Shire, eager to return to their simple, peaceful lives. But not all is as peaceful as it seems. Troubles stir at the bounds, and a shadow of fear is left in the wake of the Nazgûl.
So that has always been my absolute favorite introduction area. I mean, I've done all of them at this point in time. Being Ornings, High Elves. I mean, High Elves are pretty cool. You get to meet Gil-galad, which, if you don't know who these people are way back then, it's just sort of, okay, who are you again? Why am I following this Gil-galad around? Who is this guy? If you don't know the lore, it's not as awesome. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of, why am I in the middle of this battle? Who is this guy that I have to talk to that's making a cameo appearance for no reason? Yeah. But the Hobbits hurry home to the Shire. That's the one I like the best. Though I do always feel so bad about Archet, and I want to go help them, and I never do. I never go back. I mean, I go back for the deeds, but I don't. I just, by the time I go back, I'm like, yeah, no, 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 no. Like, I don't care. No, sorry. Anyway, we're going to do a few of the first intro quests to take us into Mickle Delving. If you are not a hobbit and you want to start the Shire, which this is the Shire, there's a lot to go on here at the Shire. But if you're wanting to start, this is the place you want to start. And the place we are is actually, if we click this and get this out of the way. Okay, so right here is Mickle Delving. This is the main town. If you are in Bree, Thorns Hall, Kellendon, most major places, you can usually get a stable to Mickle Delving. It's one of the intro places. So Breeland, the two in Arid Lewin, all those are considered intro places. And so you can get a stable to right here in Mickle Delving. Well, you have to go north and then west a little, northwest, to get to Little Delving. And the reason you go to Little Delving is because there's a couple of quest lines that start here, including the prologue, which is this guy, who you will recognize as being Mr. I Need Food, who gave us one ring that has no stats. No stats whatsoever. A worthless copper ring that I can't even boil down to make anything out of. Anyway, he gave us a ring. And he will finish up
of some folk.
the Archet quest. You'll never see me outside the bounds of the Shire again. Some Bagginses may enjoy an uncomfortable adventure, but not I. To think I had to rely on big folk to pull me from the grips of others. You didn't help much with the way you marched us back to the Shire either, Buffy Copperworth. Okay, so yes, we are finally done with the intro. And you notice we get a mail immediately. That mail is very important.
Might I speak with you a moment?
This is outrageous. I will not be satisfied until I receive compensation for my treatment at the hands of the Blackwolves. I have been most ill-used, and it is more than any hobbit would stand. A Sackville Baggins should be able to travel through the Shire, and even into Breeland if he wishes, but without danger of being abducted. And when a Sackville Baggins is promised gold, he had better receive some gold. When the whole thing is done with, it is only fair. I wrote this letter while you were off looking for John Brockenbook. It doesn't include the business with the Brickens burning Archet, or that ranger becoming so queer. But it's sure to be enough for old Flower Dumpling. Take my letter to Mayor Will Whitfoot in Mickle Delving. It'll be just outside the town hall, which will be to your left, surrounded by hedges when you enter town. They do try to give you directions in the Shire. Alright, so we also have the Bounder here. These guys, very, very helpful. If you ever, looks so, there's a face that looks like that, and I don't know who it is. One of those actors. Anyway, he has a couple of quests from Shire to Breetown. We haven't even been.
Please, stay a moment.
Feeling a bit cooped up here in the Shire, eh? I say you should go to Bray, where the men dwell. There's bound to be work for an enterprising sort like yourself. Head along the road, and you'll reach the gates of Bray before you know it. Stay to the road, mind you. The Bonders don't stray far from the Shire. When you reach Braytown, speak to the mayor. He's a friendly fellow, and might find a use for your talents. So, yeah. Join the Bounders.
Might I have a word with you?
Tell your you're one what helps in need, those in need. Well, if you want to help us shore folk, you'll have to join the Bounders. Most hobbits are friendly enough, but suspicious of strangers. As a Bounder, they'll trust you. At least a bit, anyway. If you want to join the Watch as a Bounder, you'll have to speak to Second Sheriff. He's the only one who can sign you up. You'll find him in Mickle Delving near the town hall. Second Sheriff Bunce is respected by most folk, so if he says you're a right sort, they'll listen. But they do give you a feather cap, which is normally better than what you have. Normally, not all the time. Then Alf Goodcliff.
Stay and have some tea.
Have you already been to the Mickle Delving Craft Fair? You should definitely go, if you haven't already. There's a workbench, a forge, and even an oven just waiting to be used. If you think you have crafting in your heart, you should visit my friend Emerald Borings at the craft fair. She's always happy to help someone get started making useful and pretty things. Pass east through Little Delving and then follow the path south into Mickle Delving. Take the southwest path from the statue of Marco and Blanco in the town center and pass the stables on your right. Take the next left turn to reach the craft fair. Emerald will be happy to help you out. And you think they wouldn't need these directions? They really do, because it's hard to tell where you're going in this place if you've never been. But remembering that is not helpful. Okay, so we got some mail, so we're going to look at the mail first. And so John Brackenbook gives us this gift pack, which is very helpful. Greetings, I have written a letter on your behalf. Others in Archet collected what they could to give you and make a nice present of it. Make certain to get the letter, read it, and then take it to Constable Thistlewood in Archet or Postman Newbuck in Little Delving. You remain in the hearts of the people of Archet. Respectfully, John Brackenbook. So, detach the item. And we get Steph. 2 things, quests, outfitting yourselves and others. Crafting Guilds of Middle-earth, thank you for all you have done for the Free Peoples, and would like to extend an invitation to speak with our representative, Blossom Proudfoot, at the crafting area in Mickle Delving, which if you move to a different area is fine, just as long as there's somebody in the crafting area. I mean, specific person, but there's a specific person in each crafting area. We acknowledge your ability as a combatant and invite you to try your hand at less violent forms of work craftsmanship. You will find that Blossom Proudfoot is an able teacher who can introduce you to pursuits ranging from cooking to scullery to smithy and everything in between. Sincerely, the Crafting Guilds of Middle-earth. Okay, so that was that quest. Go up there. Then we get this one. A letter of commendation. Letter reads, be it known that I, John Brackenbook, overseeing the rebuilding of Archet, write this on behalf of Buffy Copperworth. I fought alongside Buffy Copperworth in an attempt to thwart the Blackwood brigands and their Angmarian masters. Should it be within your power, give Buffy Copperworth some measure of welcome and thanks for all they have done. John Brackenbook. Apparently John Brackenbook wishes you well in your future endeavors. So then, Postman Newbuck has a quest. That's not the bundle for Mickle Delving. Don't take the bundle first.
Is there something I can do for you?
I heard what you did. Mundo will never admit it, but what you did with the tall folk will be talked about behind your back for years. behind your back. Not to your face, behind your back. To think you helped save not only 2 hobbits from the Shire, but a whole town. Marry me, you must have a little baggins in you. Here, take these and look through my wares. You might find something to your liking, adventurer. So you get 5 tokens of salutation. Now, along those lines, I don't have... Double checking here. That's not going to have anything. Okay, I don't have
What do you need?
a pocket item. And this novice's mark gives you 5% out of combat run speed, which is very nice, especially low levels. So I'm going to get that. You can only use it up to level 15, but it's worth it. And then I just get some more Thali's outfits, which is morale. This is power. You rarely run out of power unless it's a very long fight. So morale much, much better. You know, die. Okay, there is a mithril trader here. In case you've never been to Little Delving, we can walk around Little Delving. The mithril trader, of course, has stuff you buy, special things. Then we have our mannequins back, in case you want to buy them. Alf is here, which we talked to. And they have some lovely little flowers here, which are above the ground. Somebody forgot to plant them properly. They're a bit above the ground. I'm sure there's supposed to be some sort of, I don't have frill distance on, so I'm sure there's some sort of other thing that's covering that point up. Of course, Mundo. And this is a typical hobbit hole, in case you're unfamiliar with them. Some people have standalone houses, but most people, the houses actually kind of go into the side of the hill, and they usually live underground. It's very interesting. Anyway, we're going to go back to running and see things. Postman Newbeck. Bundle for Mickle Delving.
Please stay a moment.
Oh, hello. Are you passing through? Would you be perhaps heading down to Mickle Delving? You see, I have a satchel that must be delivered to Postmaster Proudfoot in Mickle Delving. The reputation of the Quick Post Service isn't what it was once, and I really want gentle hobbits throughout the Shire to once again trust in the speedy delivery of their mail. Would you mind taking it from this table over there and delivering it to Postmaster Proudfoot? He can be found in the square and outside Town Hall. Just look for the stone wall. Please deliver it to him as quickly as you can, for he won't be happy with me if it gets to him late. Oh, and let no busybodies bother you as you deliver the mail. Come rain, come shine, come nosy hobbits, a postman must deliver the mail on time. Sure. So you do get a run speed boost doing this. And so the Shire is well known for its pies, which one of the pie guys is back there we just passed very quickly, and the mail run. Either run will have certain hobbits who are wandering around, and they, if you run into them, run near them, they will be instantly interested in your pie or your mailbag. So the nosy hobbits you don't want to do anything with. Bounders are okay, regular NPCs. These are special ones just to catch you. So when we go in the main, excuse me, cow. When we go in the main road, we're quite fine with this route. Except for if you did happen to turn this way. Where is it? There it is. It's hiding in the. It's that one right there. That nosy hobbit. If we were to run toward that nosy hobbit, and it's like a. Let's see if we can click off of it now. Click off. Click off. Click the townsperson. There. Okay, so now he's next to the Forge and Relic Master. Anywho. Yeah. There's a eye associated with it. It's very small, but there's an eye associated with the ones that will get you in trouble. So as long as you can avoid the moving eyes, you're fine. So we just have to run into them in order to finish that quest, which is very helpful. And he's ready for the next quest. Remember, Mundo wanted us to talk to the Mayor Will Whitfoot.
A lovely day, isn't it?
What's this? Oh dear, a letter from a Sackville Baggins is not something you want to see. He's holding me personally accountable for his troubles in Breland. I wasn't even there. I've never been outside this shire, and now I'm supposed to pay just compensation to his family. But he took no harm and was in Archet of his own accord. You don't happen to know why I wanted to be mayor, do you? Because I seem to have forgotten. So this is a pre-log
Could I take a moment
quest.
of your time?
And now we can use crossbows. Yay. I've thought about Mundo's demand that I pay compensation for his ill treatment in Brelan, and I'm not going to do it. We simply can't afford to pay money to satisfy a single hobbit for an experience that was his own fault to begin with. The Sackville Baggins have never liked me either. I think it was one of them that started calling me Flower Dumpling after the roof of the town hall gave way and buried me in chalk, you know. I don't mind when the sheriffs call me that, but from a Sackville Baggins, it's just too much. The time has come to take a stand. I will not be bullied by the Sackville Bagginses any longer. They can't push me around, and I won't mind telling them that. Actually, I'm a little busy. Run along to Bag End, north of Hobbiton, and tell Lobella that, will you? Oh, I'm definitely going to tell her off. Oh, wait. Can somebody else please do that for me? So anyway, this is now Mickle Delving. And if you continue past the, what is this, Green Dragon? No, the Bird and Baby Inn. So that's an inn. If you continue on this road down here, past the statue of, shoot. Okay, there we go. The Bounder's Bounty statue of Marco and Polo, or Marco somebody. Anyway, then you'll come down here to the stables. Right down here. And this is where the main quests get started. So if you're coming in from Thorns Hall, Calendrium, Bree, whatever, you'll end up landing here. The crafting hall is right across the road, and various other things. The auction house is down that direction. Vault and all those people are up that direction, and then Little Delving is north and around the corner up there. So, anyway, I hope that helps, and hope you enjoyed this week's little trip into Archet, which was one of those places where, you can go back, but it's all burnt now, so you can't really see it like it was. So, and it is one of my favorite instances, which is a good thing because I like hobbits and I make a lot of them. um, so Otley is ahead. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.